I don't know what's going on. I guess we're gonna just keep trying. I think if this does not work, this is like the dozenth time I've done this, we're just gonna stop streaming for the evening. And just call it a day. All right, yeah, to make sure there wasn't something important going on. I turned my notifications on, so yeah, this will be, I think, the 4th video I've started. So if you missed the first couple, they just apparently ended within minutes of starting, and I'm not trying to keep fails. I don't know why the connection was so bad. I don't know if this is just a popular time to stream or what's taxing my internet. But I'm not doing anything different. This is about the same time that I usually stream. So, I don't know. I do know that I'm not trying to argue with technology. Holding my hands in this unnatural way just to keep them on camera is weird. Tell you what, that was really weird, trying to work through the camera. Like, have the camera have your view so that you're looking through the camera to see. Oh gosh, that's awkward. You can tell when people don't look at their videos though, because they'll be off frame and they'll stay off frame and they'll literally have like no idea. And I try to be mindful of that. Because it's like a pet peeve of mine. I'm not necessarily super great at it though. I mean, any more than anybody else is. Okay, so it looks like what I did last time with the round worked. So we're going to call that a win. So it looks like it basically puts this under. It's a whole lot of fiddling around. So what you missed by not having to watch like one of the earlier videos is that you missed me like arguing with this yarn for like so long. Yeah, so that's something. Okay, so I think that we did it is that this ends up being underneath like this. And that way it stays like out of the way, but is also like locked in place. Okay, yeah. Because that was the thing. I need to make sure that this is tight enough, because otherwise what happens is that last stitch slips off before I can get to it. It's a giant pain in the ass. Now that I've done this a while, you know, I don't understand what the fuss is about, like how hard it is. Like, I don't think this is really any harder than any other knitting. I mean, if you drop a stitch and you're not familiar with the pattern or the technique, it's really hard to pick it up and do it right. But that is like a given. Like, that applies to any knitting. Like, if you're a really new knitter, you probably can't pick up stitches. If you haven't knit a lot of lace, it is probably difficult to keep things in pattern when you do try to correct them. That is just, it's like, I don't know, that's a given. And so I don't know what all the fuss is about it, and like why somebody would have an expectation that they would, that it should, I don't know, it should be easy when it's like, well, yeah, have you done this before though? Yeah, the expectations that people have for things are really funny. I had someone actually comment something about, oh, I think, oh yeah, you could teach. And I'm like, oh no. And they're like, what? And I'm like, no, just, I don't know. I don't have the patience for it. And I guess they tried there was an attempt at a joke. I was like, oh, you could just yell at them for not getting it. I'm like, I mean, yelling at people is not my style, but no, just no. I'm not interested in teaching what I do at this point. A lot of people, I guess, assume that that's a natural way to diversify yourself as an artist, is to teach, you know, what you do, at least at some level. And I have no desire to do that. Like, I'm an autodidact. I taught myself pretty much most of everything, right? When I do reference something, it's usually not particularly hefty as far as instruction. And I can manage with that. Now, I know that not everybody is like that, and some people just need more time, and that's fine, and that doesn't really bother me. Actually, and I could say this because I had somebody ask me. They said, "Oh, I want to learn to crochet. Can you help me?" And I'm like, yeah, I guess. And let me tell you, I didn't want to do it. Okay, I just did not want to do it. So what gets me is, um, even if you tell someone, "Hey, I've been doing this for a really long time. You need to get used to this. So don't be hard on yourself." People still are. Like, they have unrealistic expectations about being able to do something. And then they get like upset when they can't do it. And it's like, you just started. Like you just started. Like, you cannot look at this and tell me what this is. So why would you expect to be really good at something or even passably good at something? And the person got really frustrated, like, with their progress when they had just started like minutes before. And I'm like, this is just something you got to work on. Like, these are not familiar hand movements for you. You don't know what the stuff is doing or what it's called. Why? It's oh god, it hurts my brain a little bit. So I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. Like, it's not a big deal. I have some of the first things that I started doing when it came to crochet. Like, not all of them, because I'd learned to crochet like when I was a lot younger, and I don't have any of the stuff. Uh oh. Um, but like, let's see. Oh, I feel like, I feel like that's supposed to go here. Yeah, it seems like. Oh, we're gonna go with that. We're gonna go with it. We're gonna go with it. We're gonna go with it. Oh, okay. All right. What is going on? 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 I don't know what's going on. Uh-oh. I mean, everybody saw that, right? Everybody saw that, right? Saw that? I don't know what's going on here. Oh, just, I hate this. So that's been most of the mistakes. It's just like a little something or other happening like that. Okay. I think I know what's going on. I think I know. Okay, so that. Okay, so. Alright, friends, you see me fucking this up? Do you see me? Do you see me? I see me doing it. Huh. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we're going to turn this around. Oh goodness. And try not to blunder it further. But I feel like this, okay, this right here is supposed to be doing like this. Okay, so let's try that. Yeah, I'm MacGyvering this, by the way, if you haven't figured that out. I am. Mm-hmm. Oh no, that wasn't right. So what we're saying is this right here. That's what's going. I think that's what's going on. This is fun, right? This is an exercise, and oh my god, do you even know what you're doing? And the answer is no, I do not. So see what happened is this right here probably slipped off for the last one. And again, I'm not good enough at this to fix brioche mistakes. Do you see me getting upset though? Do you see me getting upset? I'm like, oh, well, okay then. Nope, I'm not. And look, I don't like failing or rejection any more than anybody else does. I just, you know, I feel like I have the capacity to be realistic about something I'm not good at. Like, I can do this. I can do this. And it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Um, so realize I have to be really careful about talking about my personal life and conversations I have. It's like sinking in and it's weird. So I'm fine keeping anonymity, you know, and not, I don't know, not unnecessarily calling people out. I have some of the oddest conversations with people. Like they'll say things to me, and all I am, look, in the back of my neurodivergent mind, is wondering why this person is saying this thing to me. And I guess that's, for me, a big part of it. Like, my brain doesn't work like that, legitimately. And so when people do certain things, I'm like, it's it's like we're all in this play, and I don't know any of the cues or any of the lines. I just I was like not even an understudy. I was like a new stagehand who was orienting and had never been on a show before, and was told to like do the supporting role that actually had like a lot of parts. And I'm supposed to take my cues from other people, and I can't, because my brain does not work like that. And so I'm just like, everybody's looking at me, you know, air quotes with everybody. And I'm just like, what? And so I don't react appropriately, I guess, for the social situation. And yeah, like I'm not the person to seek validation from, because I'm not the kind of person to give validation. And like, if you are seeking validation, like most of the time when people are doing that, they're not. And like, I've been alive long enough to like slowly get some of these things, but generally speaking, people are not saying, hey, I want you to tell me I did a good job, right? They don't want to say that. Right. Which is like fine. Okay, that's fine. Um, okay. But at the same token, um, Like, what do you want from me? I'm just like, okay, what am I supposed to be? Am I supposed to be doing something here? And I'm just like, I don't know. So the bad part is I don't get it. And then at some point I become aware that somebody is upset with me about something. I still don't know what it is. Okay. Still have no idea. I just I've like I'm coming to the conclusion like way too late. And I'm like, oh. Okay. Just like I'm coming to the conclusion way too late in the day right now that I have to do a Kalen cast, and I'm super not ready for it. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I think I had like I'm doing some restructuring with my Patreon, and I had some ideas about how I want to do some stuff, and I think some of the stuff I've just completely spaced on. And somewhere in the ether, there's a piece of paper that has a note on it. It may be a post-it. Okay, it might be. But somewhere there's a note about like where I was going with something. And I'm like, that's cool. Where's that piece of paper? No idea. Not the slightest clue. And so then I'm just like, well, okay. And I'm just lost. I need to just sit down and make a plan. But I would have to have the time to be able to do all of that, like, and do it cohesively, like, in the same sitting. And I guess this is the problem with kind of flying by the seat of your pants with stuff, just jumping in, is that the cohesion isn't there. And yeah, sure, if you do something often enough, like, you'll develop some kind of cohesion. But at first, it's going to be a bumpy road. And if you're okay with like sputtering and floundering and failing and falling on your face at first, I mean, it's not really a big deal. And I don't necessarily mind it, but I would like to make a reasonable amount of progression, right? Because I'd like to like each week I'd like to get a little better, right, than I was last week. Because hopefully I will have learned, this works for me, this doesn't. I like doing things this way, but not this way, this other way. You know, stuff like that. Like, nothing, you know, we're not talking about anything groundbreaking, right? Just, that makes sense. Like me getting a better angle for the work, right? Oh, I mean, not having this in the background, like, just stuff like that. I don't think that's like terribly. I don't think that's unrealistic to look for. That said, yeah. So, anyway. I feel like I'm still floundering. Now, that said, I haven't done like any reading, any planning. Like, I've mind mapped a couple of things out. but I haven't turned those into like a solid intention or plan. And that's usually my first step to like fleshing out an idea, is to mind map it out and just like kind of brain dump all the stuff in no particular order, just as it comes to me. And the purpose of that is to let's see, the purpose of that. What is the purpose of your face? The purpose of that is to not like worry about putting things in order. Like if I try too hard to put things in order, then what ends up happening is I put too much pressure on myself to get something right. And then I spend a lot of time fussing with that part instead of just doing the thing. So I know that I started about an hour and a half ago. I am going to finish this round and then we're going to call it good for today, just because today this recording has been fraught with a lot of what the hell, this isn't working, why isn't this working, oh my gosh. And I don't want to continue to argue with it. Even though we're on a roll right now, sure. However, I have other things I have to do, like before I settle in for the night, and like my brain is getting tired. Oh my gosh. This is, oh yeah, and see, a little nightmarish. And I'm not going to be done with this because I absolutely want to finish this so I can take pictures of it in the morning. And we'll have only gotten 4 rows done. But I also need my phone to charge. I need my earbuds to charge. And I'm going to have to like do things to make that happen. Plus, I'm freezing cold and I want to actually turn the heater on. My foot's asleep. It's great. So, that's fun. That's super fun. Oh my gosh. Keep wanting to get my brain together, and brain's like, yeah, I don't feel like it. And I'm like, what? And it's like, yeah, I'll do this. So, yeah, what really sucks is, so today's the Kaylin's cast. That's what we're supposed to be doing, right? Okay. I do not know what is going on here. Interesting. Okay, so we're just gonna do this. I don't know what's going on. Do not know what's going on. Just gonna do that. I don't know. Yay! This is fun. Don't you just love it when you're lost? I love it when I'm lost. I'm lost a lot. There's part of my brain that was like, you could just take it out. And I'm like, are you kidding? No, you cannot just take it out. This is like, I don't know, 13 hours of work last I checked. I mean, that's it. This is 13 hours of work. Actually, it's closer to 7 hours of work because I spent about that much time fussing with the cast on. Yes, I did. That is not normal. That is not in any way, shape, or form normal. The Italian cast on was an asshole. Like, it was like a righteously bad idea for this. I ended up going with the long tail, which was the right idea for this. But at first, I tried to do something new, and that was a mistake. That's all we're getting at. I don't know how I'm gonna manage the post for the evening, because I would really like to get it up, but I don't know if it's realistic given how tired my brain is. Yeah, so today's supposed to be the Kaylin's cast, which is a walkthrough. I don't know. You know what? Actually, no. I should be able to do this because I'm just going to be reflecting. Okay. I'm thinking of the Brioche setup. That's much more involved. And that is actually the post I should have done 2 days ago and I didn't. Okay. I've psyched myself out for no reason. Cool. Oh my god. Stop it, needle. So. Absolutely do that then. We still are going to end this early though. Because I've been trying to call it quits at 9. Like realistically. Sometimes it doesn't work out, but I've been trying to. Because I have like an amazingly hard time getting up in the morning. Which actually has nothing to do with the amount of sleep I get. I have trouble transitioning from not awake to awake. I feel like there's like a word for that, and I don't know what that word is. Oh, but my foot is like fully asleep. Okay, that's cool. Hurrah! All right. So we have, between all of the recordings, gotten 4 rows done. Now, it's only been half an hour. I don't think I have it in me to do another 6 rounds. I don't think I do. Not on camera. Also, I don't know if you've noticed, I've dropped a lot of stitches, which I think is my brain telling me, bitch, you're tired. That's what it's trying to tell me. So, yeah. I'm gonna call it quits. I don't have another couple rows on me. Not tonight. Also, yeah. My intuition is telling me to quit while I'm ahead. So, alright. Thanks. We made it half an hour. So that's cool. Thanks for joining me, for being here, for stopping by, for catching any of the videos. If you caught them before I deleted them, awesome. If you didn't, don't worry about it. They weren't that important. Nothing really happened. So I'm gonna go because I need to, because my brain's too tired to like function properly. And I need to still do like the Kaylin's cast. And I'm gonna probably make that a really, really short one because I'm too tired to think straight. So I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's project time. We're probably going to be working on this. Now, what I can say is because it's project time, I'm probably going to stream for longer tomorrow. It's going to be the goal, is to stream for 2 hours minimum instead of our usual like 1 hour or so. All right. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, and goodbye, and I will see y'all tomorrow.